Hey peeps, welcome back to the Fortnitely podcast. I am Commander 24. I'm here with Brickboy and
Hello.
Falcon Hunter.
Hello.
In today's episode, we'll be going through everything you need to know about the final update of this season, 23.50, and giving our ratings on Chapter 4 Season 2. So let's thank the bus driver and jump right into this. Yesterday's arrival of the 2350 update saw the end of the Most Wanted event week, and with that, all the heist exotics have been voted, along with the dual pistols, hot rock dualies, and heavy sniper, etc. And the return of bows back in the loot pool, as well as the removal of the heat mechanic and cool phones.
I'm really sad to see the heat mechanic go. I'm grateful. I'm grateful it's not been kept as a permanent feature in the game modes. But I really like the way it changed up the flow of the gameplay. I thought the healing feature was quite fascinating. The way that the more kills you got, or the more things you opened, you started getting those instant healings outside of combat.
Yeah.
But it was kind of frustrating at times. But I thought it was very interesting. There are, however, a few tweaks to it that I would have made. But I'm sad to see it go so fast. Overall, I really rated the Most Wanted event week. It felt refreshing compared to the other wild weeks that we'd had at the end of seasons in the past chapter. However, I do wish they had a second big event week sort of planned for the next 2 weeks, just to see us out and to keep me excited and the energy high. What about you? What do you think to it, Commander?
Yeah, I think it's good, but the same, it's kind of sad to see it go. Because it was good, because you're in a battle, you could just sit under a cone in a box and then be just healing, and then you win, because it's amazing.
Yeah, I thought the vaults kind of
the vaults are good. We need vaults back.
It's a shame they've undone the vaults now, so they're all open and there's not as much loot in them. But I thought it was really interesting, having to fight a boss to get the key to get the vaults. Again, it kind of reminded me of the agent season a little bit.
Yeah,
where you had to do the thing to get the cards to get
all the chapter 2 season 4, the one with Iron Man in the battle pass.
Yeah,
that was a good one, because especially Iron Man was hard to beat. Some of these bosses were. It's good when the boss is hard to beat, and then you got a good reward at the end.
Yeah,
It's a good challenge.
exactly. Yeah.
The challenges show.
What did you think to the Most Wanted week? Not much. Fair play.
But out of the old and in with the new, as they say, thought this update seriously lacked changes in BR. It did, however, bring some changes to the creative side. We've seen the addition of new assets for Shifty
Shaft, Sanctuary,
Shifty
and the pirate ship. Well, a destroyed pirate ship.
In this update, so hopefully this will help creators generate some more refreshing maps to play. But on the Battle Royale side of things, we saw the addition to Cypher quests, and well as additional quests for the Witcher skin. I need to do those. And a set of creative-based quests to receive the Emote Royale 2022 winning emote.
I really like the way the Cypher quests have been laid out. I thought it was quite unique having to solve the little code to get the location for the first 2 quests. I thought it was maybe a little too difficult for some people. I felt like it would have been really hard if people weren't used to that sort of thing, but on the upside, they would have YouTubers doing explanation videos of these, which kind of made up for it. But it's one of those things where you kind of want to be able to find the answer out in game quite easily, but without it being too easy. The first two quests to land at a set of coordinates from a code were pretty interesting, but they did introduce 2 new hidden bunkers that had been added in this update. One at Anvil, and one at Lonely Labs. Sorry.
Is it back, Lonely Labs?
Yeah, Lonely Labs is still there. It's up in the snow bit. But there is one little underground base was added in. You have to go through one of the shipping containers up near an ice thing, and you go down into it.
Yeah.
There's like nothing in there though. But I'm not overly impressed by the cosmetic rewards in these challenges. They aren't really exciting to me. Have you seen the cosmetics and stuff for those
Yeah,
challenges?
I have seen it. They're pretty good.
Yeah, they're okay. They're nothing exciting though.
Yeah, they're not that exciting.
As to these bunkers being added and changes, and as well as a change to the Rift Gate, they updated it so it's now kind of working. It's spinning around, and if you jump through it, makes like your screen slightly purple.
Yeah, I think
the update really failed to bring anything new to the map, which is what this season has been desperate for.
To go into the next season, it has something to do with the portal.
Yeah.
The Rift Gate.
Whatever it is, whatever next season is going to be, it really needs to spruce up the map, because I'm so tired of this map already. Yeah. I just need like one new POI or a POI to change significantly. Like, it doesn't feel like anything's been done.
We did see also get 2 guns unvaulted as a part of this challenges, the 6-shooter and infantry rifle.
Neither of which I'm excited to see back in the game. I'm sorry for being so negative in this week's episode, but
I like the 6-shooter, but not the infantry rifle.
Yeah, but these 2 guns are thumbs down for me. We have DMRs, so we don't really need the infantry rifles.
Yeah.
At the same time, at least, like, take one out. Quite simple.
I like the 6-shooter because you can use like cowboy skins and Indiana Jones with it, because it holds it like.
Yeah, I guess
a cowboy kind
I guess it kind of matches up with Mandalorian as well, because the Mandalorian is kind of like a space cowboy show. So, having a cowboy gun in at the same time.
He's a space cowboy with his companion.
Yeah, but it's a bit of a reach, like a long bush.
That should be a book, the space cowboy.
But I think like the 6-shooter is not a bad gun. It just feels very irrelevant when the tactical pistol's still in the loophole. Because the tactical pistol's so much faster. Like, it's got an SMG fire rate. Why would you pick up a 6-shooter that's only gonna fire so fast when you know every other person's running around with either a machine SMG or that tactical pistol that's gonna unload and kill you before you even have time to aim on the
You would be going pew pew, and they'll be going.
Yeah, they'll be like dead. You're gone.
Clap.
Because the tac fire rate, as much as I enjoy it, is insane. And there would just be no logic to carrying a 6-shooter. It just does not work being in the current loophole. Maybe if there were other things included in the unvaulting, I'd be more impressed by it. Like, not shockwaves because you've got the shockwave hammer, but like, you can't really do any trick shots because you've only got impulses.
Yeah.
I guess you could shockwave hammer and then shoot, but I don't think the mechanics for certain consoles will allow you to swap through the guns that fast.
Yeah.
But with the selection in the vault that they have, I think these 2 guns are very poor choices to unvault.
Yeah.
And I really think they should have just unvaulted the OG pump for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Everyone.
Yeah, everyone, all the people that have stopped playing the game because they want that gun back, might come back to the game, which would be a good idea 2 weeks out from your game refresh or the new season, should I say.
Change or add a new gun that's got the same mechanics as the pump shotgun.
Yeah, they've tried to do that a few times though, and people just haven't enjoyed it.
They've done the Thunder kind of.
Yeah, the Thunder's kind of close, but I mean, like, they've tried to do it with like
Maven's more like the auto shotgun.
Yeah, it's definitely the Thunder's meant to be a version of the pump. But we had like the pump last season that they had last chapter. Like, each chapter's had a variation of a pump shotgun. They've just not been as ideal to other players.
Yeah.
But I think bringing it back and just being like, it is returned for just 2 weeks, might intrigue some people back into the game, especially people that haven't even played this chapter because they didn't enjoy the last chapter.
Yeah.
Which I know a lot of people that haven't played since last chapter, and I think they're missing out because the augment system is really refreshing to the gameplay. But I think you really need to bring that pump back to have introduced to have brought people back to the game. Then they might have got hooked on the augment feature, or even just bring it back as an augment. You take this augment, you get a pump shotgun. Problem solved. Bring that augment in for 2 weeks.
Yeah. True.
But they should have done something more with these last 2 weeks to entice people to play. Because, if I wasn't how I am and enjoyed playing the game as much as I do, I wouldn't have a reason to play the next 2 weeks. I just would go find another game to play, and that I think is an issue with Fortnite.
Well, speaking of augments, true, we also didn't see any new augments this week. Just a return of Jector, which was enabled after being disabled due to a bug in it.
Don't even get me started on the augments. I hate the bow augment because I never picked up bows anyway. And what did they do? They increase the chances of rolling it now, so it's gone up to I think a 75% roll chance every time you roll and get in the mechanical bow augment. I don't pick up bows. I don't play with bows. Don't raise that augment for me. You are just making me waste my gold, which I'm already wasting because the amount of bad augments that are in there that I do not like playing with. And I'm not one of these people that can just adapt to any augment and I don't want balloons.
If you want,
can I just turn that one off for my game?
If you want to give us bad augments, give us one that takes away one of your guns.
Yeah, to be honest, I'd rather run around with having to have 4 slots than pick up a blimmin' bow.
Maybe some of your guns take up more spots.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty good. But there should be a thing. So say you got mythic munition, and you've got the same type of pistol. It just swaps it out because it knows it's the same gun.
Oh, it just upgrades
so it
for
automatically just upgrades it.
That'd be nicer rather than me dropping a hit falling out of me and me having to pick it up and
imagine
waste time.
So you're playing random duos, you can't, or random whatever, and then your teammates stood next to you. You can't talk to them. They're like, "Ooh, mythic pistol." And then they just die in 1 second. Then you're like, you just lost my
augment.
your mythic pistol.
But I definitely feel like 100% of the choices in this update were designed to make me stop playing the game until the new season. Even the teased Fortnite X Creed 3 crossover didn't hit with the update, and we're still waiting for that skin to hit the item shop.
I want it to come.
Yeah, I want that here. I was kind of excited for that. I mean, I'm not really a big fan of the Creed movies, but the idea of it sounded quite good.
Talking of increases, the Oathbound chest spawn rate has been increased to up to 100%. That's nice. Because I love the Oathbound chest.
Yeah, they are fun. It's nice to see more of them, but the only issue is going to be more hammers in the game.
I've been getting... I keep getting, I forgot what I was going to say now. I don't get the hammer out of the Oathbound chest for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they have been a little bit rarer, but I think that's because they've increased it. Maybe they've reduced the hammer spawn rates in them.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on to the rumours. As we approach the beginning of Season 2, brings the pre-season rumours. So the main rumour circulating at the moment is it's based on the fact that during the season we started seeing undestroyable bamboo growing around the island, which has since disappeared. But a lot of people are speculating and rumouring that anime and samurai-based skins and POIs will be coming to the island next. I really like that idea. I kind of want Lucky Landing to come back. That's a really good POI. And I just want to change this map desperately. So I think a complete overhaul of
they
some of
should
the buildings would be
add
nice.
like a samurai kind of thing, like a not they've got
There's already
skin.
ninja.
There's skins, but I think they should like either add like, not saying they should. I know we got a lot of anime, but they should add like Demon Slayer.
Yeah, I
Because
think
that's kind of like anime
Style, yeah.
samurai.
I think more anime crossovers is fine. We've had My Hero Academia, Naruto, and Dragon Ball, so I've got no issue with more coming in. Attack on Titan would be nice.
Yeah. People were saying he's coming.
Hopefully at some point. But there were one of the leakers.
Anime is actually sus.
How?
They do the weird voices.
They don't do that now. But there were plans to have a dojo. There were some of the leakers and data miners had found like files in the game for a dojo POI. Whether that would be going to creative or into the battle royale map, nobody knows. But the files looked quite cool from what I'd seen online. Very accurate to most dojos. If there were obviously some leaks as well, there's a lot of people leaking. I'd just say that with air quotes. The season 2 battle pass that had things like who was in there? There was like Family Guy, some of the survey skins, but like Family Guy was a big one. Miles Morales.
Some people were thinking that Puss in Boots,
yeah,
The
I've seen
Last
that
Wish,
one.
Death coming in.
Yeah,
That's too like.
I think that's too many collabs in one battle pass. I don't think they'd really do that.
I think Miles Morales should come in.
I think it'd be more likely, but I mean we've had now 2 Spider-Men that were battle pass.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man variants, should I say, with Spider-Gwen. We've had a Spider-Man that was in the item shop, 2 Spider-Men that were in the item shop,
Yeah.
and 2 that were in the battle pass. So I don't know if they'll go and stick Miles Morales in the battle pass.
Yeah.
And with how much a lot of the fan base is so desperate for him, it might just be that they stick him in the item shop and get the Bear Chow Chow for it. Or Ching Chow. No, that's not. Cha-ching, that's the word I'm looking for.
I would put them in because I would see tons of people going in the item shop being like, spend my money.
Yeah. I think if you're Epic Games, it would be silly not to. One skin that I would really like to see in next battle pass though, would be Kang the Conqueror. He's just been in Ant-Man,
Yes.
which is
I
still
love
quite fresh
that.
in movies.
He
Still
will-
fresh in the cinema,
Yes.
and we don't have enough Marvel villains or just comic book villains in general. We've got a very small selection. We've got loads of heroes.
If they wanted to do another Marvel live event, they could do MODOK.
Yeah.
No, they should
Anyway.
pull my
Anyway.
But yeah, that pretty much wraps up most of the rumours. So should we move on to the final bit of today's episode?
Skip it.
So this segment we will be doing going forward at the end of every season, which is basically our little. We're gonna rate the season. We're gonna go through each one of us, give our own rating, but we're gonna do it on our very own rating system that we've created. So basically, this rating system is based on a scale of shield items. You might laugh, but it makes some sense. So I'm going to explain it quickly. So, 1 mushroom. This is bad or like the worst of the worst. You're 1 out of 10s per se. 1 mini or 1 small pot is quite poor, but not bad.
Yeah,
So it's
not
not the
bad.
worst thing ever, but it ain't in the good books. 1 chug splash. This is your mid. Nothing bad,
Does
just
20
nothing to
health.
rave about. Does 20, 30 health. 1 big pot, this is your halfway point, this is your 50-50, 5 out of 10 sort of thing.
100 out.
It's got some good bits, it's got some bad bits. So 1 slurp juice, this is our 7 out of 10-ish, so it's pretty damn good. And 1
Shield
shield keg
keg.
is the best of the best. Give me some more of that goodness, goat, this is in the top 10 ever sort
That's
of
the
things.
most goat ever.
Yeah.
Goat.
And just to clarify before we go into this, these are inspired by the amount of shield provided by the items. Not how much people like them in the game, because I know a lot of people hate shield kegs, and it's quite ironic that we've put it as the top tier. So is it a 1 mushroom, 1 mini, 1 chug splash, or is it a 1 big pot, 1 slurp juice, or is it 1
Do
shield
you
keg?
mean slurp juice is the little
The
pot
the
thing?
pots that they brought back this season that
Yeah.
do 70 health. That would be a 7 out of 10.
I think it would be the slurp juice.
You're giving it a 7 out of 10 slurp juice?
Yeah.
I'm going to give Chapter 4 Season 1 mini. I found this season to be a drag. The lack of map changes, poor voice quests, and lack of development of the loot pool to be really off-putting. At times, I struggled to find the will to jump on the game. And I mean, I love Fortnite. I love Fortnite like crazy. So, like, God knows how difficult casual players were finding it to find the motivation to go onto Fortnite. But we'd love to hear your ratings. So please drop us a tweet or on Instagram or any form of social media. Let us know what shield item you'd give it as a rating using the rating system. If you need to find us, we are at Fortnitely Pod on both Instagram and Twitter. And if you just search the Fortnitely Pod on Facebook, you can find us as well. If failing that, you can always use the link tree in the description of the episodes to find our socials.
So it is also
Brit Boy's
Brit Boy's birthday.
How old are you, Brit Boy?
We're not gonna discuss that out
come
loud.
on.
No,
Everyone,
it's not important.
put happy birthday on whatever you're gonna say.
Put
Tweet
it in the
us on.
comments.
So-
Put it in the comments, or I will come and slap you.
So I've been Commander 24.
I've been Brit Boy.
You have been you, and we will catch you in the next drop in Chapter 4, Season 2. Thank you for listening. Have a great World Book Day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.